Hi guys, hope you're all doing well. Thanks for coming to flow with me today. I'm going to be leading us through a heart opening sequence, so engaging our core, getting into some back bend work, and really just focusing on this heart chakra and getting it nice and open through these postures. So we're going to start as always with our breath work. So come to find a nice place on your mat or in your space and just start to settle into your breath. We'll use this breath throughout this practice. Yoga is all about breath to movement, and we're going to do that here. So really just start to settle into your breath, inhaling through your nose, exhaling as you release some bit of tension that you're holding. Inhale through your nose again here. Exhale through your mouth, sigh to let it go. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, let it go. Maybe sit a little bit taller on this next inhale. Exhale as you release a little bit of tension that you're holding. This time we'll inhale, bring your arms overhead here. Exhale as you bring that left arm down, your right arm over, taking a side body stretch. Inhale back through center. Exhale your right arm down, your left arm over. Inhale back through center. Exhale, take a supine twist towards your left side. Bring your right hand to your left knee. Sit a little taller on your next inhale. Exhale, twist a tiny bit deeper. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, that supine twist towards your right. Your left hand comes to that right knee. So a little taller on your next inhale. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Inhale, back through center here. Exhale, we'll cactus out your arms. Taking a nice little soft heart opener here. Inhale here to prepare. Exhale as you round and curl your spine, finding a nice little bear pose. Bear hug here. Rocking side to side, grabbing opposite shoulders. Inhale as you send your arms wide to that cactus. Exhale, other arm on top this time, that bear hug. Inhale, your arms nice and wide. Exhale, round and curl your spine. Once more like this, inhale as you open up. Exhale, round and curl. Inhale, open up this time here. Exhale, let your arms down to the sides. Really just roll out your neck here. A couple circles left and right. And then we'll start to engage your core from here. Coming to this Navasana, this boat pose. So you can bring your feet on the ground. You start to sit back and engage that core. Maybe bring your feet off the ground here and send them long. From where we are, we'll inhale from here. Exhale as you find your low boat. Bring your feet almost all the way to the ground. Inhale to that high boat. Exhale to your low boat. Just two more like this. Inhale as you raise. Exhale as you lower, really engaging your core. Inhale to rise. Exhale, lower and hold here, fluttering out your feet. Just for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll come all the way down, placing your hands on the ground, bringing your feet in right below your knees here. Inhale from here to prepare. Exhale as you engage your core, tuck your hips, lift your hips towards the ceiling here. It's a nice bridge pose. Exhale as you lower. Inhale here. Exhale to lift. Inhale this time as you lower. Exhale, engage your core as you lift. Inhale as you lower. Squeezing those glutes at the top once more like this. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you lower. We'll bring those knees into your chest now, rocking side to side. We'll find a combo movement of a sort of a core move in that back bend work. Bring your feet back down to the ground. Inhale again to prepare here. Exhale as you lift, send your hips up. Inhale as you lower. Exhale, bring your hands to your ears, find a tiny little crunch. Inhale as you lower. Exhale to lift your hips. Inhale, lower your hips. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift your hips. Inhale as you lower. Exhale, find that crunch. Once more like this. Inhale, lower. Exhale, hips. Inhale, lower. Exhale to crunch. Inhale to lower. Exhale your knees into your heart center. Just rock side to side here. Rolling out your feet, rolling out your hands, your wrists. And then we'll slowly start to rock up and down the length of your mat here. So you find enough momentum to get you all the way over your feet and into that tabletop posture. Stack your shoulders right over your wrists here. Your hips right over your knees. We'll find this cat-cow movement, starting with that cow. Inhale as you send your chest forward, your belly drops towards the earth. Find a deep arch in your back. Exhale your chin to chest, tucking your hips, sending your back high as you find space between your shoulder blades. Inhale back to cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale through cow. Exhale to cat. Once more like this. Be adding a little side to side movement at the deepest part of your cow pose. Exhaling to cat. Maybe that same side to side movement here. We'll roll out each wrist one at a time. Maybe flipping to the tops of your hands. Finding this little, almost a gorilla movement of bringing your hands into a fist and letting them go while you're on the tops of your hands. And we'll come back to that neutral tabletop here. We'll tuck your toes and just hold in this posture here with your knees just hovering off the ground, keeping your back nice and flat, almost like you're still in that tabletop, engaging your core as you just lift your knees an inch off the ground. Hold here for 3, for 2, and 1. We'll send your hips high to this down dog, pedaling out your feet here. Pressing through all 10 fingertips as you send your shoulders down your back. And pressing your hips a little bit higher towards the back of your space. Letting your heels drape down towards the ground. Inhale here. Exhale to stay. Inhale as you look forward. Exhale, slowly tiptoe your feet all the way up to your hands here. Inhale to a halfway lift. On your back nice and flat, your hands are on your thighs, your shins, wherever your back is flat. Exhale as you fold. Inhale to reach all the way up. Exhale, your hands are at center, find mountain pose. We'll take 3 sun A's just to warm up, just like this. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, find a soft back bend, cactusing out your hands. Inhale back through center. Exhale as you fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step back to a plank posture. Inhale as you shift forward. Exhale as you find a low plank, your elbows towards your sides. Inhale to this upward facing dog. Exhale back to your down dog. That's your chaturanga flow. Anytime I cue that, welcome to meet just backing down dog. Inhale as you look forward. Exhale, step or hop your feet to your hands, find forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale as you fold. Inhale to rise all the way up. Exhale, hands are at center, mountain pose. 2 more times, just like that. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, back through center. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step back to your plank, flow through your chaturanga, back to your down dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale as you fold. Inhale to rise up. Exhale, hands are at center, mountain pose. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, back through center. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, flow through your chaturanga, back to your down dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step hop, float to the top of your space. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center, mountain pose. Find a little bit more depth in our back bend here. We move through the Sunday again. Inhale your arms up. Exhale that cactus, but we'll hold here. Engage your glutes to protect your lower back. engaging your core here. Maybe you find your hands clasped at your low back to open up your shoulders. Your arms reach down a little bit further. Inhale to come back through center. Lifting your arms up here. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, float back. Find your way to your down dog. Inhale as you look forward here. Exhale, bring your knees wide. Find this child's pose. Take a second to breathe here. Option to bring your knees in close. Find a little bit more expansion in your upper back. You can bring your hands back to your feet for this bunny pose. And then when you're ready to move on, we'll come to sit on our heels here. Start to find a little bit more back bending work. Now, multiple options from here. We're going to find our camel pose. If you already know the depth that you can get to from there, go for it. If you'd like to work towards it with me here, I'll offer up the option to come to tucking your toes to bring a little bit more extra space here. You can start there and then move from there, but we'll come to stand on your knees. So maybe tucking your toes, maybe leaving them down. And then from here, already, let's just work to make sure your core is engaged. Your glutes are engaged to protect that lower back from taking over. We're going to bring one arm up and all the way back like you're putting it in your back pocket. Bring the other one all the way up and back. And then from here, again, tucking your hips forward, engaging your glutes. And we'll just start to shift your hips forward as you send your gaze up towards the ceiling, using your hands to press here, really open up your shoulders. Maybe your gaze starts to float back even further. Taking breaks from this by coming back down on your heels or maybe back to that child's pose. And your toes being tucked with your heels here helps so that if you want, you can find that full expression of your camel pose here. Maybe with a little extra space. Or if you bring your feet down, makes it a little bit harder here. We'll find a flow from whatever we've taken. I'm going to tuck my toes for this here. We'll bring that left hand to your left heel. Reach your right arm up and around like you're creating a circle on the ceiling. Drop it all the way down, coming back through center. Switch your right hand to your right heel. Lift your left arm up. Draw that circle. Exhale all the way down. Still engaging your core. Inhale as you reach your arm up. Exhale as you lower. Inhale that left arm up. Exhale to lower. Maybe this helps to open up your back, and maybe you eventually get to that full expression of your camel pose here. And once you're done playing around with this here, we'll all come to that knees together child's pose. Let your back open up here and expand and reset. We're going to come through one more little flow on each side and then move down to our backs. So as you're ready, we'll come to this downward facing dog. We're eventually getting to that full wheel pose, I promise. From down dog, we'll inhale your right leg high. Exhale as you step this right foot all the way through. Inhale to spin this left heel down. Your left toe is sort of pointing towards the top left corner of your space. Sink your hips low. Your hips will face forward still here. We'll inhale to this warrior one. Your hips forward, your arms framed by your ears. All the way up here, sink a little bit lower in this right leg. Inhale as you bring your arms back and clasp them behind you. Opening up towards the ceiling if you can. Then we'll exhale to find this humble warrior. Keep that clasp in your hands. Or maybe you find opposite elbows here. You're trying to bring your right shoulder to the inside of this right leg. Inhale, that bind behind you brings you back up. Exhale as you straighten this front leg. Just come to that intense forward, that intense right leg stretch. Inhale, bend back into this right knee here. Spin this left heel down even further. Your left foot is parallel towards the back of your space. We'll open up to this warrior two. Thinking low in this right leg. Your gaze is over your right fingertips. Inhale, flip this front palm. Reverse this warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Flow through chaturanga back to your down dog. From down dog here, inhale your left leg high. Exhale your left foot all the way through. We'll spin that right heel down. Sink your hips low here. Preparing for this warrior one, we'll inhale as you reach your arms up. Sink your hips low. Both hips frame forward. Inhale as you spin your arms down your back. Find that bind here. Exhale as you fold, humbling out this warrior. Maybe taking that bind of opposite arms here. Your next inhale brings you back up with that bind. Exhale as you straighten this leg. Find that intense leg stretch. Inhale as your hips sink low. Spin that right heel all the way down. Open up to this warrior two towards the side, sinking low in this left leg. Your gaze over those left fingertips. Inhale, flip that front palm, reverse this warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your arms down. Flow through your chaturanga back to your down dog. Inhale, we'll look forward from here. Exhale, bring your knees down. And come all the way down onto our backs. Preparing for that bridge pose or that full wheel if that's what you're trying today. But we'll all come to this bridge together first. Bring your heels nice close into your glutes. Taking a couple breaths here. Inhale to prepare. Exhale as you engage your core, press your glutes high. Take my hair out of this little bun here. Then maybe from here you walk your hands underneath your space, find that clasp of your hands. Maybe higher into this bridge. Holding here. Maybe if you want, you can walk your feet in together and send your left leg high. Bring that foot back down, send your right leg high. Inhale as you press your hips even higher. Exhale, slowly roll one vertebrae down at a time. Bring your feet as wide as your mat here and find a little windshield wiper side to side. Now, if you're ready for it here, you rolled out your wrists enough. We'll come back to that bridge pose and I'll guide you to your full wheel pose. But if at any point you feel any sort of pain in your lower back, just invite you to come back down to that next step below. We'll bring those feet back in close to your heels. Inhale to prepare here. Exhale as you press your hips high. And then we'll start to bring your hands towards the space right above your shoulders, your fingertips towards the front of your room here, your elbows towards the ceiling. Again, inhaling to prepare, engage your core. Exhale as you press into your hands, into your feet, like you're trying to straighten your arms and your legs. This full wheel pose. Ideally, walking your feet in even closer, shifting your body weight closer to your hands as you gaze between them. And maybe you can stand on your right leg, send your left leg high. Maybe you can do the opposite. And then once you're ready here, we'll come all the way down. Again, one vertebrae at a time. Your hips are the last to come down. We'll just come to this legs up the wall posture. Maybe you can do legs up an actual wall or just hold them here. Or send your hands underneath your hips to help ground them. Maybe bring your knees into your chest from here, rocking side to side. One more posture here. Your supine twist on each side. Send your left leg long. Inhaling your right knee in tight. Exhale to that supine twist. Your gaze follows your right hand. Nothing too intense here, just letting it drape down. Inhale back through center. Exhale to switch it out. Inhale this knee in nice and tight. Exhale that supine twist on this side. Gazing at your opposite hand. Again, nothing too intense. Just letting gravity hold you here. Inhale to come back through center. Exhale, both knees in tight. Maybe bringing your chin to your chest. And coming down to find a little bit of time in your Shavasana. The death of our practice here. Your corpse pose. Letting yourself reset. You just take 3 nice deep breaths here. Long inhale all the way in. Holding at the top. And then exhale all the way out. 2 more like that. Inhale through your nose. Hold briefly at the top. Exhale, let it all go. Once more, just like that. Inhale through your nose. Hold at the top here. Exhale to let it go. Inhale to send your arms overhead from here. Exhale as you come to one side, finding that fetal pose. Just take a moment here. In this heart opening, it's often good to have a little intention for your practice for the rest of the day. So maybe for today you focus on just finding a little love in yourself and in others around you. With that, we'll close our practice, coming all the way back up to that seated posture. Inhaling your arms all the way up. Once more for a cleansing breath. Exhale your hands to heart center. Bowing down to yourself and towards the practice as a whole, saying namaste or thank you. Thank you guys so much for letting me guide you in this practice. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you did. Thanks. Bye.